All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday night, October 11th. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Friday night, October 11th. I know why I'm hearing an echo now because I wasn't muted yet.
Uh, that was me.
That was me too. I uh, I was watching some things earlier.
John Williams said goodbye, Ken.
And we start out with a goodbye, Ken. Hello, John.
All right.
Well, that's it. That's tonight's show. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow on Doug's.
Okay, bye.
Maybe. Might get to see about an hour of Doug tomorrow.
You guys doing something tomorrow?
No, a friend of mine needs help getting a printer in Las Vegas working. He said he'd call about noon his time, which is 3 o'clock my time, which cuts into my Doug time. So, Tony is saying speak up. According to the mixer, I am probably too loud. I can't speak
You're
for...
fine. On Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom will always be good. According to the mixer, YouTube looks to be, or Zoom looks to be a little weak on YouTube. But that's according to the mixer. So, and it's really hard to judge when nobody talks. But according to what I'm looking at on the mixer, my audio is almost too loud. But I'm not going to adjust it.
존 윌리엄즈 세드 사운드 굿이요.
Okay, I've got YouTube stream muted, so.
Yeah, because there's
And
an
it-
echo if you don't.
토니 왈로 세드
I
노마루.
mean, I
There we go.
can mute the Zoom a second and listen if you need somebody to.
No, that's fine. Tony says it's good. John says it's good, so we'll go with
Yeah.
that. Surprising there's not more people here.
Well, I have a thought about that, which I'll tell you someday.
All right. Well, I can always adjust the stream later or earlier. We actually finished up tonight almost in total darkness. Nobody believed me when I told them it gets dark tonight. It was predicted to get dark at 7:10, and it was dark about 7:08. I mean, we were
When do
all...
we switch back to standard time or whatever the hell you call it?
it's in November, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I think it's in November. Hello,
I think
Suzanne
so.
Morgan, single mother. She joins us in chat. She's getting ads and the like is done. I appreciate that. I did watch a little bit of hers last night. I started catching up today on some people that I follow. In fact, Mrs. K actually, when we got back from the
John
hospital.
Williams said Mrs. K.
Yeah, she's in there watching a movie on Netflix called Reptile. I think it came out in 2021. It's got Justin Timberlake in it. It's got a lot of star Eric Bedrosian, or however you say his name, from Law and Order is in it, and then I can't think of
Tony
his name.
Wallow said
But
subscribe,
he's
subscribe.
a well-known actor. Okay, now you said subscribe. Oh, there it goes. I said there's a little bit of a
let's
delay
go.
tonight. I don't show any drop
Ran
frames
Israel
on
said,
OBS.
just cough. You're in
That's
friendly
a nice way
territory.
I like how
Yeah,
this is set up.
I
can just
know,
glance up
but
at
not
OBS.
with new
There
people.
are no
New
dot
people
frames
come and watch the
whatsoever.
show. So
Zoom
people
is
get
right
irritated
underneath
with
it.
that. I get
My
irritated.
monitoring of YouTube is
Hearing
right over
somebody
there to my left.
clear their throat over
this
and
is
so
over.
you've
set
got
up.
all your monitors
And it's
pretty
just
much
not
like you want
good
them
for
now?
'em.
For the streamer, I do, and I'm still I'm not 100% convinced yet that I need another monitor for the other machine. I'm pretty sure I can do it with two. I just got to play it by ear. For now, I mean, there's no. If I do it, it'll be 3 months, 6 months down the road because everything is functioning now. With the two computers talking to one another, I really can
존
double up on
윌리엄즈
the
세드
streamer.
헬로 그레카이.
Well,
I know who
here I
this
have one
person is.
grandchild here and the other's at baseball. I got confused as heck tonight. I went over to pick him up. My grandson says, Coach is coming to get me to go to baseball. and a little conversation ensued in which I was totally confused. And then I found out that he changed teams this week, and nobody told me.
Oh, your grandson changed teams?
And I do not know why yet. Something happened on the other team.
Okay.
My
now
daughter
why did-
doesn't know either. She's coming to get him in a little bit, but
Now, I just made someone a moderator on the channel, but their very next comment, they're still not a moderator. So did that not go through? Did the moderator? No, it said it's a standard moderator. Said this person's a standard moderator. Now, there should be an arrow. So this is what's weird about Zoom. I've got my mouse over Max right now. Hello, Chris.
Hello.
But it's not, this time around, it's not showing over on the stream on YouTube.
now are you still using that mouse software?
Oh yeah, I'm using Mouse Without Borders. I like it.
Okay.
Now I did get an email from someone, and I actually finally responded to that. One of my notes was respond to email from this person, which I did, and I thanked said person for the suggestions, and I do intend to go check them out to see if there's anything that's a little bit better than what I'm currently using. And I invited them that if they're ever in chat, say hello. I don't recognize the email name at all. It's a
So when you
legitimate
say anything
email.
better, you mean for the mouse?
Yeah, for the mouse and for moving things back
Okay.
and forth. There was three links were given, and Doug checked them all out. That was one of the things he did when we got together the other day. Speaking of Doug, I noticed Doug borrowed something from our channel today. Did anybody catch what he borrowed?
No, I was watching partly on my phone and then ran up here and tried to get something else.
Not only does he have Gene Wilder saying Abby Normal, I think it was Gene Wilder, or maybe it was Marty Feldman, but he's also got a picture that drops down from SpeakerBot of Gene Wilder and Marty Feldman from Young Frankenstein. Wintermute put the comment in there, borrowing from Ken Stott Live. I typed in there, you're welcome. So, and I didn't have any
존
time
윌리엄즈
tonight.
said my brother and sister인 로인 데이터나 가디던에 랜드 파워 레스토어드 어라운드 공부 표준시 오전 2시 라스트 나이트.
Is he?
You're fine, Chris. That's good news, John. That's good news. Chris, are you
So
back
he
up
doing-
fully?
Well, it's been installation since 1985. That's 4 seasons.
Chris, are you 100% up and running? Got your fiber back and everything?
Nope.
Wow. Have you gotten any update on when they think it might take place?
That guy that was splicing the wires, he told me maybe next week.
Wow.
They have to go in and re-splice all that stuff.
They wouldn't be better off just running new wiring?
I don't know. Probably not, because some of it's okay. I guess they can use some of the wiring.
Yeah, splicing
I don't know how they
optical
do
stuff
it.
is a real art, I'm told. I mean, it's
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't sound easy.
procedures, but there was a conversation one night on some of this stuff where didn't we have somebody talking one night a long time ago about he had somebody in the family that used to splice optical cable and there was a real knack to it or something?
You know, I
I
don't
vaguely remember something about that, but I'm not sure.
possible, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
I watched the Comcast guys do the box outside my house, and they had to wear special gloves, and they had a box where they mold those connections together, and the guy cut himself, went right through his glove.
Ouch.
Mm.
Oh, that's happened.
Ouch. Griselda Alfaro. I'm probably butchering the name. Hello, good to see you. She's from the Philippines. I recognize.
I'm going to say,
the
is that
channel.
one of your Philippine subscribers?
It is one of my Philippine subscribers. Yep. I noticed the upload of. I did upload a golf short today, and it didn't do so well. So I may have to change up the golf shorts. So Long Dog says working with optical cables is all about the tools used to do the splicing and making the connections. It sounds kind of interesting and very complicated, and something I don't particularly want to get into trying to figure out how to do. I had enough trouble doing this stuff. I mean, and this was just simple. Plug it in. Oh, it don't work.
I have enough
존
trouble
윌리엄즈
splicing
세드 굿투
coax.
시우 캔 배츠 롤
Thank you, John. Good to be here. I was debating on whether I was going to do a stream or not tonight.
I have done a little splicing of coax.
I've done it all my life pretty much, but as you get older, it's a little bit harder.
Speaker wire. I've spliced speaker wire before. Of course,
Yeah.
that's simple and easy.
Now, the coax stuff, you gotta have that shield go in the right place. You gotta fold it back correctly and get the little plug on the end.
Yep.
And then the main wire in the middle has got to go through the right way. And when COVID was on and I had Cox Cable, they had a subcontractor out here to fix some stuff, and he was not allowed to come in my house. And I had some work that needed done inside, so he gave me his tools, and I tried to splice it inside, and it did not work well after I was done.
Why couldn't he go in your house?
COVID.
COVID.
Oh,
ruined-
COVID. Okay, yeah.
And then later on, when I switched to a direct TV, we're using some of the same coax. And they came in and hooked up everything and ran the test on it. They said, your thing works fine. The thing that I did was working fine. And it wouldn't work for Cox. So go figure. You know?
Well,
I
Cox
have no
Cable.
idea.
I mean,
You know.
yeah. I don't miss having to deal with the cable companies. I like our setup, and it seems that they're trying to get it better.
Are you getting everything through the internet then now?
I get a lot of stuff through the internet. Yeah, the programming, the streaming comes through the internet as well. And I'm actually going to do a little bit of research and see if maybe I need to get a true Fire Stick and not the NVIDIA Shield to see. Is that going to
I'm
say
thinking
anything?
about going to YouTube TV.
Yeah, but what you gonna? Yeah, but what
John
you
put,
gonna do?
yeah, really. John put a
Keeping your
speaker bot
fiber
chat in there,
stable.
and it didn't come through. I didn't. He said when AT&T spliced the fiber, he had some awesome tools, and he was from the state of Ohio or Indiana. I forget. Well, clearly Indiana. I mean, I don't know, but I'm concerned that the speaker bot did not go through. Well, let's see here. Let's turn this into Ken Betts' show.
Yeah, optical connections are harder than coax.
You know your
켄
lose
스타우트
fiber
라이브
load,
세드
you
테스트
won't be able to stream.
Okay, so I put in IC space test, and that worked. But it looks like he put in.
존 윌리엄즈 세드 핫토픽
Now that one came through. Hot topic came through. If the one you put in there about AT&T splicing the fiber came through, I didn't hear it. And of course, then again, some of them aren't popping up when they're supposed to as well on the chat.
And
Anyway.
someone 35 years experience went on a 20-minute rant when I told them that I still had DVDs and all that. Look,
Chris, you just like to agitate him, don't you?
I could play them. I could play them now. I mean, if I threw away my DVDs, I wouldn't. I could stream now, but it would use up all the data.
Right. Yeah, we've got a 6-player DVD player that was given to us when we lived in Illinois. It's in the closet. And I looked at it the other day and I'm like, why am I still holding on to this? We're never, ever going to use it. Just,
Well, I've got some DVDs I can play through the TV yet. Some I
I'll tell you
got
though,
as a
you never know,
reward for
Ken.
supporting public TV, and they sent me some DVDs of some shows I liked.
I'm telling you, you never know. You never know when it's gonna go out. You might need those DVDs.
yeah, yeah, that's not playing. I just copied and pasted and that
Is a
particular
character in there that's interfering with it?
maybe maybe the and in AT&T. I don't know because it looks right. Let me see something.
What about the exclamation point on the end? There's an exclamation point to start with. The speaker bot or stream bot or whatever.
That would be a question
Exclamation
for
point?
Sam. I don't know. I know exclamation C space. This is a Doug test. Let's see if that
Do an
plays.
exclamation
Ken
C
Stout
and write
Live
something,
said,
then put
"This
an
is a
exclamation
Doug
on the
Stout
end and see what
test."
happens. Just something short.
I would
John
think.
Williams said, "I have a Sony DVD VHS player that will record and bunkers."
Oh wow, that was so weird. Starts out good. It says I have a Sony, and then it was I never understood a single thing after that. Now I'm going to try to copy and repaste this again, and I'm going to.
Jeff
Did
Try
Newman
a
said,
couple
"Ken
things.
match test."
I took out the exclamation at the back, and I don't know what it is. This one just doesn't want to work for some reason.
Did my
No.
little one where I said Ken Betts test work?
Yeah, that one came through.
Okay,
That one is not going through for some reason. Yeah, Ken Betts' test worked.
Okay, I thought maybe it was the exclamation on the end, so that's what
I think I
Is
heard
there
that
a
one.
limit on the length of these things?
Again, that's a question for Sam, and I would think that the limit is limited by whatever chat is limited to. I mean, I honestly don't know, but I would think that it would be limited to that. Now, let's see.
Ken Stout Live said, "Ken match test."
Yes, so the exclamation on the I don't know. Where's Doug when you need him? I don't know. I don't know why John's exclamation C when AT&T spliced, unless it's the AT&T. Because it.
Yeah, I think it might be the and symbol. Possibly. Might be stopping it. Who knows?
You would think it might actually go win and then not be able to say the AT&T and then go from there.
So let's go.
Let's see something
I'm
here. So
not,
it's
I'm,
working.
Ran
Doug
Israel
just
said,
popped
just
up
cough.
on
You're in friendly territory.
OBS.
Yeah, I know, but not with new people.
We'll let that
New
one
people
play,
kinda
and then I'm
watch
going
the
to hit
shows
enter and see if this
people
will
get
play.
irritated with that. I get irritated hearing somebody clear their throat over and over and over. And it's just not good
So they
form.
stacked up like they were supposed to. Doug, there was back-to-back Doug commands. Let's see if this plays.
Ken Stout Live said, "When ATT splits our
It's
pivot
the
here
and
some
sign.
assembled
It's the and
and
symbol.
he was from the state of Ohio or
I copied
Indiana."
and pasted, and
I
I took the
forget.
and out, and it did speak then. So that's interesting that the and sign.
Well, ampersands have sometimes been used for end of record or continuation characters in various scripting languages.
That's interesting to know. You have to remember that. Blood draw went okay. I still don't know the results. Are not posted yet. Although the technician said I'd be able to see him within an hour, and we are now 14 hours later, and there's,
John
I just
Williams
checked
said
right before I
goodbye,
went live,
King.
and they're still not on there.
Well, I got a message from my mail order pharmacy. My stuff for my COPD has shipped.
I wrote the VA a letter today. The meter that reads the blood sugar is dead. It needs batteries. So I sent him a letter and I said, the meter is dead. I think it needs batteries. You know what their response was? We don't supply the batteries. Thanks.
Do you know what kind of battery it takes?
I'll take it apart and find out, and then I'll just go buy them.
Might
Either
be
that,
a-
or I'll send the VA a letter and say, "It don't work. I need a new one," and they'll send me a new one. I mean, it's ridiculous.
It might be a coin cell. It may be a CR 2032, or it may be another kind of coin cell.
I'll take it apart probably tomorrow. Today was putting shelves together and getting all that done. She likes it. It's a little different than I thought it was going to be, but she likes it.
You
So
got some stand-up or standalone shelves or shelves on the wall or what?
both. We put shelves on the wall a couple days ago, and this is one of the. It sits in the corner and it has the round, so that it sits flush against the wall, and then you get that. Yeah, I'll know maybe later tonight. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I was just curious after breakfast. Now, boy, was breakfast interesting.
Now, this is the meter that reads your little strips.
Yeah, you draw the blood, and then you put the
Right.
strip on there, and it soaks it up in there, and then it tells you what it is. John is saying it's probably a 2032 battery, like a BIOS battery. What Long Dog is saying.
Yep,
Yeah, there's 2032s. Aren't there 2016s also?
I have no idea.
I don't
And
remember.
I
those
got a
either.
manual around here somewhere for this thing. I just don't know where it's at. I did come across, in searching for things today, the self-test record diary, whatever you want. In fact, it's called self-test diary. And then I came across my blood sugar log, empty by the way, and my blood sugar log. So when I was writing all this down in my notebook, I could have used these logs, but I hadn't found them until today. I found it interesting. I was going through this one here that I actually was using it way back when, and at 10:25 I had a blood sugar of 199 on the 18th of September. It was probably 2019, and then daily they wanted when I first was diagnosed as being diabetic, they wanted daily readings like 15 times a day. It was ridiculous.
What kind of a meter do you have? You know what brand it is?
No.
Because I Googled this and it depends on the brand. Some of them use AAA. Some of them, one just says 3-volt lithium. One says 2032.
I think it's called an AccuCheck is what it says on it.
Okay, the AccuCheck Performa blood glucose meter uses a 3-volt number CR 2032 lithium battery.
Like a BIOS battery then.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Well, at least according to our friend Google.
I should call this 800 number on the back of it and
Engrish.
say, charge the VA and send me some new batteries. You need test strips. No, I've got plenty of test strips. And I've got this meter I like. This one requires very little to no blood. I really like it. I'll just have to go get me some batteries tomorrow. Now that I know what I'm getting, after I figure out how to open the doggone thing up. I wanted to.
I've got several 2032s that are going to die before they actually get used in any of my machines. But it would cost more to send you the batteries than it would go down to the battery, I'm afraid.
I ordered an order of hash browns at breakfast this morning, not realizing that the order of hash browns was this big around. I mean, it was. I only ate about a quarter of it. Mrs. K ate about a quarter of it, and we threw about half of it away. And then she had pancakes, so I ate some of the pancake as well. So I was kind of interested. I was curious as to what my blood sugar would be after 2 hours, having eaten some potatoes and having eaten a pancake. Because the eggs and the sausage, that wasn't going to affect it at all. I couldn't do that because the stupid meter doesn't work. So when I'll get it fixed and check, I'm not too concerned about it. I still haven't gotten anything sweet to eat. Tonight's dinner was fantastic. It was surf and turf and shrimp. We had mahi mahi grilled on the grill. Very good. We had steak grilled on the grill. Yours truly got volunteered to do that. And then she boiled the shrimp, garlic, lemon, butter. Fantastic. Our vegetables was cauliflower and broccoli, so it's a pretty healthy dinner. We'll see. I mean, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Now, Sunday is the kid's birthday party, so I'm quite sure I'll have a little sliver of birthday cake, or I'll split it with Mrs. K, one or the other. My Walmart Premier blood sugar uses CoinCell 3025, and it keeps them in the refrigerator. Okay. I thought that was an urban legend. If you keep your batteries in the refrigerator, they last longer. You're muted, Jeff.
Most of those coin batteries will last years just laying in a drawer.
Walmart probably carries them, I think.
Yeah, they do. I bought them there.
So let's go.
Garage door opener.
Ran Israel said, "Just cough."
Yeah, come to think of it, I think our door does
I know,
too.
I know, but not
that.
with new people. New people come and watch the show.
Because I had to walk to Dollar
I
General
get irritated.
Last year, the year before, because we couldn't use our garage door opener.
And it's just not good form.
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't the garage door opener. It was the key fob on the doggone battery, a car. That's also a 2032 because I had to walk up to Dollar General, which is about a mile round trip walk, which was not. No, it's not an urban legend. I honestly don't know long ago. I guess what I've always heard that batteries will last longer in a refrigerator, but I've never experimented with it. Probably won't.
Well, I think the lithium ones do pretty well any place.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, Chris.
Some people say if you put a no, I don't know about this. If you put a dead hard drive in the freezer, it will start spinning.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've heard put it in the oven, and I've heard all kind of weird
the hard
things.
drive thing is an urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, now it may work now, Greg. Jeff, because it makes sense. It would start back spinning. I don't know.
You might get it. It might spin one or two times, but I'm thinking if it's a dead hard drive, it's a dead hard drive.
Have you ever heard of stiction?
Stiction?
Yeah.
Is that where you push the clutch in and change the gears? Your stiction?
No, on some of the early drives, a good friend of mine had an early XT clone, had a 5 megabyte hard drive. And the thing, in those days, when the drive stopped spinning, the head would just come to rest someplace on the drive. They didn't have a dedicated cylinder on the drive to park it on. And sometimes it would need a little help to get started when the head was laying on the surface of the drive. And so my friend, he would leave the side of the case off, and there was a little place he could reach in and grab the spindle of the drive and go like that to start it. And sticking like that was called stiction.
Okay. I'd never heard of that.
It went away when they improved the hard drive design.
We did try out finally the new coffee shop that's right next door to the restaurant where we eat breakfast out a lot, called 7 something. I'll think of the name in a minute. It's pretty good.
Is that on the way to her work?
Oh yeah, it's yeah. There's 3 of them in Indianapolis that I'm aware of now. There's one over by Costco. There's one right up the street from us, and there's one in Plainfield. No senior discount, no veterans discount, no comedians discount, even though I had them all laughing so hard they were crying. I was trying. It's good coffee, too.
Well, do you just get coffee there, or do you order something to eat as well?
You can get rolls and danishes and things of that nature, but I stay away from that stuff. We just wanted to check out the 7 Brew. It's called 7 Brew. We just wanted to check out the coffee. Almost had a traffic accident today because we were in an area that I was not familiar with in Indianapolis, and it said Southwest Street, left-hand turn. Well, it wasn't. What it's supposed to have said was you go through the first intersection because that's one way going to the north, and I needed to go south, so I see the thing that says turn south, and I turned south, and thank goodness the light at the other side was red because there was no traffic, and I whipped a quick U-ey, not even close to getting hit, not even close to hitting anybody, but I was really frustrated that they don't have the streets marked any better than they are. That was after following the detour sign that put me up on the highway. Didn't want to be on the highway. I wanted to stay on the surface streets or the city streets. Keeping the batteries in your refrigerator can help extend the shelf life, particularly for alkaline and nickel. What's NI's nickel? What's MH?
CD is cadmium.
Okay. Well, it's 10:30. Man, that half hour kind of went by quick. Kind of nice only having 4 other people on here. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank everybody on YouTube with the generic thank you. Thank you, YouTube. I want to also thank the homies, Greg, Jeff,
and
Sam.
nickel metal hydride, yeah.
Okay. If you want to join us on the live stream, no. Yeah.
존 윌리엄즈 said thanks Ken.
You're quite welcome, John. Thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow on Doug's, and I will have a show tomorrow night. Got some ideas for the show for tomorrow night, and we'll see how that goes. So, good night. There's the email if you want to join us on Zoom. And I really would like to get some other people to join. Not that I'm upset with these guys, because these guys are great. There's a problem, you guys can solve it. And it's just amazing. I brag about you all the time to my family, to my friends. You have no idea. So, I'm wrapping it up as soon as I go find the Doug button. That's pretty good. Tim played along with the Doug button.